feel, cause I know that it's something real. Gonna say how I feel, cause I know that it's something real. Hey, hey. Gonna say how I feel, cause I know that it's something real.
Well, hi you guys. That last little bit right here, I'll show you once more, was a haiku I got from Helen. Thank you, Helen. It was very cool. She sent some haikus. I have some more to show you. Welcome, everybody. But I thought it was a good one to start off. Stories fill our souls. Every night at 6:30. Read to us some more. Okay, I will. Yay! Oh my gosh, what a day! What a day! Hello, everyone. It is howdy, howdy, howdy. Helen, hi. Thank you for the beautiful haikus. I couldn't resist putting that one right up front. It was awesome. And Janice, hi. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Hi, Angie. Yep. Thank you. Happy. Donna, hi. Hi. Oh, I'm just grinning so much my jaws hurt. Okay. Janice, Donna, Angie, yay. So, Angie, you pulling through on this, working hard on it. I know this hard to get off of these patches and it is rough, but you can do this. We're all pulling for you. We're all here for you. Yeah. I'm kicking its ass. Good. Yay! And Helen, ooh la la. Hello, Maria. How are you? Good to have you here. Helen's dancing. Oh, yay. Hey, hi, Larry. How are you? Isn't it gorgeous out there today? I mean, ooh, yes. And Donna. Yay, Donna, hi. There's the birthday girl. And I wonder, I haven't seen if Gayle's here. Happy birthday, Gayle, if you're here. She sent me a birthday video attachment YouTube with the Beatles and their Sgt. Peppers and singing, you know, you say it's your birthday. Anyway, I would love to play it, but I know that it would get a copyright strike. So I don't need that. Because, yeah. There we go. Yes, everybody. Aloha. Gayle shows up. I want to wish her. I know. I hope Gayle does too. I know she's taking care of her mom probably at this time of night. It's rare that she doesn't need to be doing that. So you know what? It will be, yeah. Her family might be, who knows, maybe they're taking her out for her birthday too. Okay, so birthday so far, you guys. Oh my goodness. So I went and got new nails. Yay. Just because, and I got, I know it makes no sense. And usually I get like bright colors, and last time I had white. This time I got this flesh tone, and I'm thinking, why did I do this? You know, because I'm going to Yellowstone, and I didn't want to have anything flashy that might distract the bears. As if I'm going to get close enough for them to care about wine. I mean, seriously. Okay, yes. I'm on my second glass of wine. All right, and then I came home, His work on stuff. Heard from my son-in-law and my daughters, and my daughters like woke me up with early morning texts of happy birthday, like, okay. And then just now, the reason I was like a minute getting on late is the UPS guy arrived, and Aldo went crazy because my birthday present arrived. We got the small Jackery. I know, you're thinking, what, Gretchen, why do you do this? Small Jackery generator. It's a solar powered generator. So we have a generator for our trailer, but that one requires gasoline. And although we do have a solar adapter for our trailer that we can add in, but the generator is a gasoline one. And when you're in the national parks or when you're a lot of parks, there's a 10 p.m. limitation. And sometimes I'm up late and I would like to edit and whatnot. So the Jackery is a solar powered one, but you could charge it up as you're driving. It also does some other things cool, and it doesn't require gasoline. Yay! So we got a small one, the smallest one, because like last Thursday was Jackery Day and I knew they were having a sale. It was kind of a random thing, but it'll be good for Yellowstone because where we're going, we don't have electricity, and I want to be able to download and edit photos if I get anything. So that just arrived. The other thing is I was on India's live stream, and Alec, my friend in Taiwan, who Take One Tech is his channel. He does all these amazing technology things and stuff. Just brilliant. Anyway, he has an eCam course that he's put out, and it's 100 lessons, and he updates it with all the updates, and they were giving away the class, and there was like 25 people on this whole thing, and they gave away a bunch of his Stream Deck things and then put them all in, and I won. Seriously, I won the class. I'm just pumped. I'm just totally pumped. Yes. So 66 is starting out good. Route 66. Yep. Yeah. Hey, there's Nathan. Pamper thyself. To your P.O. box. And I got, yes, the other thing today, Donna, for my birthday. Dewey, there's a cat in the library. Oh my gosh. I'm going to save this to read one night. There's a cat in the library. I have another book on libraries that I'm going to partner with this one. But oh, this is such a good book. And it's a true story. It's a true story about a cat. Yes, that. And there's been the picture book, and then there was a kind of a short chapter book for like older kids, like 4th, 5th, 6th grade chapter books. And then there's an adult book too on it. Oh yes, Dewey. Inspired by the beloved adult book by Vicki Myron. Anyway, yay, thank you, Donna, so much. I feel so blessed. I'm seriously, this is like, oh, amazing. Thank you. Nathan's here. You know, I might have seen my cousin Vinny. Angie asked me if I've ever seen my cousin Vinny. You know, and I've heard of it, and I might have seen it, but I don't think I've ever sat down and watched the whole thing. Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Hey, Nathan. There's everybody. When Joe Pat asks if his girlfriend wears pants to go hunting deer, and she screamed at him, "Do you think the deer that you put really cares what pants you're wearing?" Oh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, when I went to Alaska, and we were going to go, it was the night before we were flying out to go to Iliamna. in the little tiny fishing village that we were using as our base to go into the wilderness, Katmai Wilderness. But we were in Anchorage, and we were having dinner at the hotel with Art and Gabrielle and everybody that was there, and introducing. And I had on this like orange salmon colored shirt. And Art said, and so we're going to put Gretchen out front because she's wearing a salmon colored shirt, and we'll just let the bears get her first. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, no, you're not going to wear that one out there. And I was like, oh, okay. And because I hadn't even thought of it. And when I got out to where the bears were, I realized that would have been really kind of silly to do, because the salmon are so bright. There's such a bright contrast to the color of everything else. And it's one of the things that triggers the bears into finding them. And I thought, okay. So ever since then, when I go off, my fingernails it was an excuse. Okay. It was an excuse to go get myself pampered. Oh my goodness. Gloria's here. Yay. Yay. All right. Get your kicks on Route 66. Haven't been home from elections. Whipped up at 5. Be lurking. Get my tea done. Have to get my tea done. Oh, Gloria's got to get her tea. Yes. I may want to update my Amazon wish list. You guys have cleaned them out. You're amazing. You guys are amazing. Yeah. All right. Wait, adult book? No. Of course, Angie. Adult book? What? No, Angie, I have a whole nother reading list for you in that area. If you're interested, just check with me. God, girl. No. Oh, Lord. Wait. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my. Too much. Gretchen looks tasty to the bears now. I think my hair is the same color as the bears half the time, and so they don't really care about me. Came with yeah, I wouldn't wear up there. Yeah, I wouldn't avoid, because it's not like you're in the forest where you're trying to stand out and there's trees around, so you want to make sure that you're not the same color. There's no really trees around, and it's all flat meadow and tundra kind of area. And so if you stand out in this big salmon colored shirt, you look just like a big fish, Hello. And the bears came up on campers and sleeping bags and said they were sandwiches. Yes. Yay! All right, you guys, I have a couple of books tonight. I chose books that I'd had on, I checked out and I've wanted to read, and we've been on this thing with different words and what they say and how much they mean to people and what the readers find with them. And the first book that I have is called The Boy Who Loved Words. And it is by, if I can find, fiddle dee dee, seriously, did I close it? Oh, why do I do this to myself? And I did. Okay, let me find his author again. Ronnie. There we go. And Giselle. There we go. Okay. I had all of these author websites up for you guys to see, and then I closed that window. Why would I do that? Okay, the first book is called The Boy Who Loved Words, and it's by Ronnie Schotter. And I'm going to... There. So about Ronnie. She was an award-winning author of 30 books for children, including picture books and story picture books for middle readers, as well as middle grade and young adult novels. Her books are concerned with imagination and its power. I like that. The extraordinary courage of children who think for themselves and dare to reach out into the larger world. She was born in New York, lived for a time in Brooklyn, and then moved to this state that had the smallest piece on her jigsaw puzzle map, Rhode Island. She said she never knew she would grow up to be a writer, but she knew that she loved words, their mystery, meaning, and power. She was shy and spent a good amount of time watching and listening to the world, using her imagination to make a sense of what she saw and heard. Now that I'm a grown-up and an author, I still do the same thing. Like a detective, I listen, look, and sniff the world. Then I write about whatever excites or puzzles me in my text notebooks. I daydream a lot and use my imagination to create my many new stories. Yay. The book that I'm going to read tonight has won the Parents' Choice Award, and so she's gotten a lot of really cool awards. And it's illustrated by Giselle Potter, who, this is some of Giselle's work. This book, To Do, a book of alphabets and birthdays by Gertrude Stein. I looked for it to try to get that one to share too, because I thought it would be appropriate, and I love Gertrude Stein's stuff. The Year I Didn't Go to School is one that Giselle wrote herself, and it's basically an autobiography. So about her, let me tell you a little bit about her. This is the illustrator of this book. When I was 3, it's just a fascinating upbringing. My parents started a puppet theater company called the Mystic Paper Beasts, and my sister and I traveled and performed with them throughout the United States and Europe. My memories and journals from our travels led to the children's book, The Year I Didn't Go to School, and Chloe's Birthday and Me. I graduated from the Rhode Island School of Design in 1994 and spent my last year in Rome with RISD's European Honors Program. Chronicles Books then published Lucy's Eyes and Margaret's Dragon, Lives of the Virgin Saints, a book of saint paintings and stories I made while I was in Rome. After moving to Brooklyn, I got my first freelance illustration job with the New Yorker. My New Yorker illustrations inspired a lucky chain of work with many magazines and children's books. My first children's book, Mr. Seminola's Seminolius, a Greek folktale, was published in 1997. And she's illustrated more than 30 books since then. And she's illustrated her own stories. I love her style. It's very, it's just very different from some of the other things that you see, but you can see the similarity in her work. Definitely has a style to it. Anyway, so let's hop. I'm mixing paints for my next pour. Nice! Yay! Deidre's still packing. Yay, Deidre's here. Yay. All right, so here is the book. The Boy Who Loved Words by Ronnie Schotter and illustrated by Giselle Potter. I remember the first time I read this at school to the kids. It was a Washington Children's Choice, and they just loved it. There are in this world people who are born collectors. Some collect shells or stones, others feathers. Some even have been known to collect tiny teaspoons. Such a one was Selig. He was a collector of words. I often would read this. I remember around Hundreds Day, the 100th day of school, we would have, the kids would bring in a collection of 100 things. And different classes would come in and have displays in the library of them. Selig loved everything about words, the sound of them in his ears, tintinnabulating, the taste of them on his tongue, tantalizing, the thought of them when he percolated in his brain, stirring, and most especially the feel of them when they moved in his heart. Mama. Whenever Selig heard a word he liked, he'd shout it out loud, jot it down on a slip of paper, then stuff it in his pocket to save. Such a collector. Selig's pockets positively brimmed with words. He stuffed new ones inside his shirt, down his socks, up his sleeves, under his hat. While other children busied themselves with bats, nets, and all manners of balls, Selig stayed on the outskirts, always on the periphery, listening and collecting delicious words. His father, a practical man who sold sturdy shoes for a living, wondered what good could possibly come from a son with such a strange predilection. His mother, a large, lovely woman from the old country, worried, could her beautiful boy find happiness? Waving her arms in the air, she was a windmill of worry. So all these wonderful words, the kids would love it when I had them. As time went on, people began calling Selig by a new name, Wordsworth. Hey, Wordsworth, kids would giggle. Here's a word for your collection. Oddball. Oddball, Selig repeated. The silly-sounding word should have made him giggle, but instead it made him lonely. One night, Selig had a dream. Alone in front of an unusual emporium, he encountered an oversized amphora. Curious, Selig gave it a tap. Swoosh! Out popped a swarthy, swirling man. Gin! Selig exclaimed. Then, Genie! He shouted, enjoying the tang of tasty new words. What you want? The genie asked. A wish? Such strange and savory sounds. Such an offer. At a loss for words, Selig suddenly knew his wish. It was for an answer. Is it true? Am I really an oddball? Oddball? Feh! You're a Wordsworth, a lover of voids. Already you have what people search for their whole life, an enthusiasm, a passion. What you need now is purpose, a mission. Then without a word of warning, the genie disappeared. Selig awakened from his dream, lickety-split. He packed a rucksack with a pillow and a blanket, apples, honey, cream soda, and his entire collection of words. He knew exactly what he had to do. Selig took to the road, determined to find his purpose. On the trail of his purpose, Selig's senses sharpened. He noted the nod and toddle of tulips in the wind, the sway and swagger of tree branches. Now, at evening, the light dimmed to announce the arrival of twilight and stars. Dusk. Selig noted, adding that short and enchanting words to his collection. But in time, Selig's step grew heavy. Under the weight of so many words, it was harder and harder to move. He was shuffling and shambling when he might have been rambling and ambling. Perhaps what he needed to do was lighten his load. But how? Throw words away? Waste them? Impossible. They were far too precious. Selig was too tired to think. His exhausted brain could imagine but one thing. Slumber. A splendid word. Sadly, he was too sleepy to write it down. In front of Selig stood a large and lovely tree. He removed his jacket, stuffed like his mamma's strudel with words. Tenderly, he hung each word on its own separate branch, as if putting it to bed for the night. With a sip of cream soda and a nibble of honey-eyed apple, Selig clambered, then curled into the crook of the tree. Snug, he thought, and fell directly to sleep. Comfortably cradled there, he dreamed of his mama, his mission, and macaroons, his favorite cookie. During the night, a pacing poet, unable to sleep for want of a word, found himself under the same tree. gazing hopelessly at the moon. Night after night, he'd been struggling to find the right words to describe it. Suddenly, mysteriously, a swirling wind blew up. 4 of Selig's words sailed off their branches. Reaching skyward, the distracted poet caught them. Discarding the word macaroon, he held tightly to lozenge, lemon, and licorice. The moon, he wrote in his notebook, growing more and more excited with each word, melted like a lemon lozenge in the licorice sky. My stars, the poet shouted, exultant. That's it. The following morning, Selig awoke to what could only be called a rhapsody of birds and words. The poet was reading his newest poem aloud, a poem chock-a-block with Selig's words. Chock-a-block. My mom used to say that word all the time. Wiping the sleep crumbs from his eyes, Selig scrambled down the tree and saluted the poet. Your poem, he told him, contains some of my favorite words. How beautifully you use them. Why, thank you. For once the words just seemed to come to me. Upon my word, how lucky I am. What, may I ask, is your name? I should like to dedicate my poem to you. For a moment, Selig hesitated. Then suddenly, for the first time ever, he proudly proclaimed, They call me Wordsworth. It was then that Selig realized his mission. It was spreading the word, sharing his words with others. From that day forth, Selig's steps were light and filled with purpose. Ever the collector, he added new words as it pleased him. But now, whenever he felt words heavy, he discovered the ideal places to sprinkle, disperse, and broadcast them. In that way, a baker whose pastries had always been ignored found his shop filled with a mob of hungry customers. When the baker's back was turned, Selig, on a macaroon break, had tossed some of his favorite words into the air. Crispy and crunchy landed to the crumpets. Scrumptious fell against a loaf of pumpernickel. Luscious leaned against a layer cake. Upon my word, how lucky I am, the baker exclaimed when he turned back and saw his voracious new customers. Neighbors realized they were bickering when the words fuss, hubbub, and jibber-jabber rained down on them and stopped their fighting. Selig watched them grow still and gaze kindly upon one another after he cast hush, harmony, and chum in their direction. And so, by word of mouth, the legend began. It's Wordsworth, people would whisper, when suddenly the right word occurred to them. He is near. They would nod, knowingly. Upon my word, how lucky we are. Years passed. Selig was a man now, also a myth. But while he delighted in his work, he found that once again he was lonely. Solo, he sighed. One day, after launching the words limber, spry, and gusto toward an aging, unhappy man, Selig heard a sound on the breeze. A single, pulsing, marvelous note floated through the air and found its way straight into his heart. Mellifluous, he exclaimed. Pursuing that perfect note, Selig found a young woman seated by a lake, playing a lute. Suddenly, his heart was aflutter. Tremulously, he asked, May I have a word with you? What is your name? They call me Melody, the woman sang out. The music of her voice, combined with the charm of her words, was to Selig the sweetest of all sounds. It was love at first listen. Together they journeyed back to Selig's hometown, to his mother and father. What a reunion! How his mother smiled when she saw them. Worried that they looked thin, she cooked Selig's favorite foods, brisket, dumplings, plum crumble, strudel, and, of course, macaroons. To comfort their tired feet, Selig's father cobbled the couple his sturdiest shoes. Rested and restored, Selig resumed his life's work, joyously gathering and scattering words on the wind. Since then, word by word, legions of lucky people have discovered and delighted in them. You too may find yourself lucky if one day, while you are thinking or writing or simply speaking, the perfect word just seems to come to you. If so, you'll know that Selig is near. And on special days, if you feel like humming or suddenly bursting into song, you'll know that melody is with him. Upon my word, you may say, how lucky I am. Then it has a glossary in the back of the book. Oh, it started out with tintinabulating. That's that one. Oh, my goodness. Says that Ronnie showed her some of her favorite words are cozy, snuggle, ruckus, rutabaga, and potato. That's so great. Okay, now you guys, for a little treat in between books, I have some of Helen's haikus and Tamara's pictures. Here we go. Let's see. Hang on, I have to stop the music. Figure this out. That's crazy. All right. There we go. Got it. I still haven't figured out how to make the music stop. All right. Okay. Hey, Monica. Hi. Well, thank you for coming in. How are you, my sweet? Yay. Oh, thanks, Gloria. Isn't that a fun story? I love that one. And the genie, what you wish? The birds. That's so fun. Yeah. Anyway, and so I'm going to see if I can just open these without doing the timer on them. So, yeah, shouldn't go on the timer now since I'm just opening. So this is one of Helen's haikus. I love you so much. Nothing can take that away. At last, here with you. The next one, life can be so funny. Look in the mirror and see shiny eyes, lips smile. Every day is good. Get up and happily dance. Show the world some love. I like that one, Helen. That's got to be one of my favorites. Smiles make your face glow, lighting up your soul, and load frowns weigh your world down. I love it. Then Tamara had 3 pictures here you saw. I love this one. I always, you know me, I love some fog in the trees. That's pretty too. Yes. So, okay. Maria's here. Never heard the word chock-a-block? Really? Oh, Donna, really? Oh, my mom. Mom used to call chock-a-block with chock-a-block full with everything. Yeah, it was one that Mom used. Grandma used it a lot. Love it. First listen. Yeah. And that's funny that plethora. I love words. Helen, you do such a good job with it. I mean, seriously, your writing is amazing. You just really keep going with that, girl. It's just amazing. Yeah. Rutabaga. Yeah. Oh, well. We could, you can figure it out. No Tamara tonight. Or design. Oh, I didn't see right. I don't know if I saw town. Phonics spelling works great. Yes. 2 caches in school this year. You meant 2 caches at your school this year? I've had some different kids over the years with different names. Yeah. Thanks. My mind's eye. I have gorgeous photos. Yes. Thank you. Oh, all right. So then I have one other story. Okay. And this one, okay. Back to Peter Reynolds. Ish. That author, let me, there. This one, I'll show you real quick. There he is. You'll remember this author. I've done several of his books. He's one of my favorites. Here. Okay. He did the books Make Your Mark and See Where It Takes You. About Peter. All these things that he's done, the book, the International Day, and he has all the books that he has about him, his books and films. Where are they? Not only did he do award-winning books, let's see. He did Our Table, The Dot, Ish, Sky Color, which one else? Be You, I'm Here, I Have to Read to You at one time. Just Ish was one of the one, and Sky Color, we did those, just those beautiful, beautiful books that he does. But what's amazing, what I found about him, is that not only has he got these books, but go back a page about Peter. He developed all these other things, like there's an International Day now after his book, The Dot. It's in around September 15th-ish. But he developed Fable Vision and Fable Vision Learning, where he has this entire curriculum based around STEAM, STEM, creativity, digital storytelling, custom programs that he's done to help kids with creativity and whatnot. I'm just like, this digital storytelling, I'm like totally want to be in there myself and take them. The Storybook Academy, vocabulary and etymology programs, online animation program for grades K through 12. Oh my gosh. such a cool thing that he has done. But this book, okay, where are you? iPad, there I am. Oops, hang on, back. Open it, Libby. Oh, hang on, let me go back up here. I'm on. You'll see, I was reading it myself. There we go. This is called The Word Collector. And, okay, so this is one that I think with what we do with our art and with this tribe and connection that we have and everything, this is one of those where it's so much about uplifting people and in ways that we don't even know that we do it. You guys, I just, it's even almost to render me speechless. Monica's just laughing. I can tell that I'm practically speechless. Yeah, because I reference Monica's because Monica's the only one out of this whole group that's actually spent time with me in person. And we've spent crazy hours together and into the late nights and doing some amazing fun things together and hours and hours. And for me to be speechless, she's probably laughing. Yeah, laughing herself silly. But what we do and what you guys do for me by being here and giving me this chance and supporting me in this outlet of creativity. And I sat down the other night, I pulled out a sketchbook and I pulled up a picture of Rory and I sketched my granddaughter. A year ago, I never would have considered sketching my granddaughter's face unless I did it upside down. And I did it right side up this time because of this encouragement that we have for each other of our creativity and trying something else and trying something different. So this is what I want to give about words and words out there and what they do and the power that they have and how we don't know how we spread them along and what we say. But this is the book, The Word Collector by Peter Reynolds, from the author of, he's the author of Happy Dreamer and The Dot. And if you don't have The Dot yourself, it is a magical book. And I think I read it one night. I know I did. But it is, there's very few books, modern day children's literature books that have made such an impact so many places. And a child in any language can pick up that book and look at it and get it. It's pretty amazing. But here is The Word Collector. Again, his illustrations. Collectors collect things. Some people collect stamps. Some people collect coins. Others collect rocks. Some collect art. Some collect bugs. Others collect cards. Some collect comic books. And Jerome, what did he collect? Hi, Elaine. Oh my gosh. Welcome. Elaine's part of my eCam fam, you guys. Try this. Welcome, Elaine. I'm sorry, I just stopped on the book. I'll pick back up, but I just saw that Elaine hopped in. Hello, welcome to my birthday celebration. Elaine, welcome to the tribe. I'm so glad you're here, you guys. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Elaine is a fellow Northwesterner too. So like Larry and Helen here. Anyway, some collect bugs, others collect baseball cards, some collect comic books. And Jerome, what did he collect? Jerome collected words. Wonder. He collected words he heard. My trip to Peru was perfectly pleasant. Certain words caught his attention. He collected words he saw. Willow. Certain words jumped out at him. He collected words he read. Emerald. Certain words popped off the page. Short and sweet words. Spark, bloom, drift, dream. 2-syllable treats. Treasure, motif, whisper. Candid, hover, glimmer. And multi-syllable words that sounded like little songs. Guacamole, kaleidoscope, wonderful, geometry, symphony. There were words he did not know the meaning of at first, but they were marvelous to say. Aromatic, vociferous, effervescent. There were words whose sounds were perfectly suited to their meaning. Molasses, torrential, Tyrannosaurus Rex, smudge, bellow. Jerome filled his scrapbooks with more and more of his favorite words. Jerome's collections grew. He began organizing them. Dreamy, science, sad, action, poetic. One day, while transporting them, Jerome slipped, and his words went flying. As he began to pick them up, he noticed his collections had become jumbled. Big words next to little words. Sad words next to dreamy words. Dream cloud. Lost turmeric. Royal flock. Infinitesimal star. Blue harmony. Silent orchestra. Jerome began stringing words together. Words he had not imagined being side by side. Whisper, symphony, electric, peace, savor, dreams, cascading, stars. He used his words to write poems. He used his poems to make songs. They moved. They delighted. Some of his simplest words were his most powerful. I understand. I'm sorry. Thank you. You matter. Jerome eagerly collected more and more of his favorite words. Vision, brilliance, waterfall, peace, molecule, infinite hugs, love, brother, light, spice, harmony, bungalow, bohemian, gaggle, onomatopoeia, thanks. The more words he knew, the more clearly he could share with the world what he was thinking, feeling, and dreaming. One breezy afternoon, Jerome climbed the highest hill, pulling a wagon packed with his word collection. He smiled as he emptied his collection of words into the wind. He saw children in the valley below, scurrying about, collecting words from the breeze. Jerome had no words to describe how happy that made him. Reach for your own words. Tell the world who you are and how you will make it better. Peter Hamilton Reynolds. The beginning. You notice right down there. And there is the end paper to that book. Believe, mindfulness, astronomy skill, enhance. I love it. Wow. Tell us along the line. Some collect guitars. Yes, Larry, you and Elaine. Yes, Elaine is a musician and Larry collects guitars and repairs all kinds of musical instruments. Hi, Elaine. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so I'm going to put this back while I'm reading the comments. I'm going to take us back to Helen's, one of her haikus that she wrote for us. Stories fill our souls. Every night at 6:30, read to us some more. That is an amazing gift that you did for us, Helen, and for me, that have that haiku there. Yay. Hotel California. Do you have my wine? I have your wine, Gloria. Thanks. I love that image. I'm carrying all the workbooks. Yes, word books. I know, isn't it amazing? Peter Reynolds, really, we read Ish, and then we read Sky Color. The three of them, I've done 3 of his other words. And then did we do the table? This is night, you guys, this is night 181. And I think I started doing stories. Well, I know I started doing stories at Christmas because I was doing Christmas stories for Vlogmas. And then Angie had, I had the one that looked like her sea star that we'd done, and her pour that she had done. We knew what you meant. Yeah, we can all kind of translate now. Need an IV. Angie says she needs an IV drip of Moscato. Oh my gosh. Choo choo with the train. All right, you guys. I'm glad you liked it so much. So this is just the best birthday. Seriously, to have all of you guys here, to have one Alex class on India's live, that was just amazing. But the other things, it's just really to be able to come together. Yeah, and Bob made, oh my gosh, you guys, he outdid himself with the steak tonight, grilled steak, and dinner, and then dessert up there, and then my favorite scholar wine here. But and the book from Donna, oh my gosh, Donna, my wish list. And then the book that I got from Maria. You guys, you really spoil me. You, in every way, make me feel so wonderful. This is such a treat to be able to do this, to share my love of these books and my love of the art, and to rediscover the art in them. Seriously, when I read these to the kids at school, it oftentimes was more about the story. And now with you guys who are mainly artists, it's a lot more about how the art enhances the story and how that works together, and also how deep the art is and what they use for it. And these artists are so fascinating. I mean, we had the artist the other night that literally didn't get her GED until she was 35, and she has so many awards, and the work that she's done was astounding. So I just want to celebrate the artist, however that comes out of you, in all of you. And thank you for pulling the artist out of me and letting me push beyond my photography and more into this and doing all these kind of things. And thank you. Keep sending in stuff. So today's Tuesday. So I shared some things. Any more art that you have, anything inspired by any of these things, any of the books that we've had, like Angie did hers, or any of the other stuff you want to share, I will again on Friday night. I will put art pieces up. Probably won't do it tomorrow night because I think Angie has a premiere tomorrow night before this, and I won't get those together. But and Thursday I have this stream night at Vaughn Elementary that I'm running, so I'll let you know what I'm doing about our live. Who knows, I might just live stream from the stream class. That would be fun. I'm gonna be, although yeah, there might not be we'll see. You know, I'm not gonna make a decision while I've had wine. Don't you think that's a wise idea? Anyway, I just want to say again, I'll stop babbling. Thank you for celebrating my birthday with me, for being here, for inviting me into your home, for coming into mine, for being part of this tribe, for letting me share these books, and for just making me feel so wonderful. It's a great way. And I look forward to this each and every day. And I cannot believe like it's been 181 and it does not feel like that. And it is just such a joy. So on that night, I'm going to let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your evenings. But until next time, I'm going to ask this of you, and you know what it is. Keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. You know that. But the first place you need to go and look to find it is in the mirror. See you next time.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Feeling alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side.
Thanks, Ellen.
We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless.
Yes, Ellen, keep writing. Oh my gosh.
Gorgeous, wow, ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous, we could be famous. You blow my mind, looking like a model, better than usual. Yeah, you don't even try.
Yes, ma'am.
Typical, I put you on a pedestal.
Angie, you're going to get more and more clarity. I can tell as soon as that stuff keeps coming out of your system. Thank you. Thanks, Monica. I will, Larry. Dance time. Thank you, Elaine.
We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous.
Oh, there's my dance crew. Night, everybody. Hey, Adam, thanks for coming.